today some new students are there. So, I want to simply discuss some topics which are common, which you have learnt in your 10th standard. I think you will be in preparation for your exam, that is well and good. I just want to discuss about the heat topic. Do not think that I have started a new topic, because today you have exam. So, I do not want to go further. If you have any doubts, you can tell me regarding the exam. But heat you learnt in your 10th standard, calorimetry you have learnt, radiation, conduction, all these things you have learnt. Okay. Can anyone tell me what is heat? It is a general things I am discussing today. From tomorrow again, as usual, I will continue, but next week onwards the schedule will continue. In that schedule, what all I started from the class 1, that will go on. But other students, those who have listened, Bhumaitri, Aishwarya and others, you should not think that, array, we have listened already, so no need now, no need to attend the class. Like that you should not think, because even if I repeat, some new points will come into the lecture. So, always you should be attentive. You should not think that you know, so today's class no need, because already I have learnt in previous class, so I need not attend this class. You should not think in that way. Be careful, right? Okay. Simply I want to discuss, I am not going to give any slides today, because you have exam. Now, just simply tell me what is heat and what are the types
It
of
is a form of energy.
heat is a
Form
form
of
of,
energy, the body at higher temperature to lower temperature.
oh, heat is a form of energy. Very good. Like light, light is a form of energy. What is light means, you will say it is a form of energy. Similarly, heat is also a form of energy. Heat is
between the
measured in,
objects which
yeah. Then what
between the
is
objects which it
temperature?
forms.
Degree of coldness or hot.
Degree of
Coldness,
coldness or hotness.
hotness.
And heat is measured in terms of calories, you know that, in terms of calorie. If you do
Calories.
4.2 joules of work, 4.2 joules of work, it is called
1 calorie.
1 calorie. Very good, very good. Sivaram, very good. 1 calorie. That means there is a relation between work and heat. If you rub your hand, mechanical energy this is, that is converted to heat energy. So, if you do 4.2 joules of work, 1 calorie of heat is generated. Okay. Now, if I take two bodies, now listen, if I take two bodies A and B, this is having 1000 calorie, this is having 800 calorie. Two bodies I have taken, the heat content of the bodies are given. There were so many students, all should come back very soon, because time is up. Now listen, A and B are two bodies, they are in contact. A contains 1000 calorie, B contains 800 calorie. Now heat flows from A to B or B to A?
A to B, sir.
A to B. Who is that? Sivaram. Next, anyone? Aishwarya? A to B. Why A to B?
High temperature of the energy to low temperature of the energy, sir. Heat
Who said
flows.
A is of high temperature? Who said A is of high temperature?
Sivaram Krishna, sir.
Oh, Sivaram Krishna. No, no, no. I said 1000 calorie. I did not say A is having high temperature. Remember, the body which contains more calorie does not mean it has more temperature. Very, very important point. So, temperature will decide the flow of heat energy from one body to another. All of you said A to B because it's containing more heat energy. If it contains more heat energy, that is not the criteria for flow of heat. You have to ask me the question which is having more temperature. So, the body which is having lower heat energy can also have more temperature, 80 degrees centigrade, 60 degrees centigrade. Now, heat flows from where to where? B to A or A to B?
B to A.
B to A. You are very much surprised, you will be very much surprised, how can a body have less heat energy and more temperature? Yes or no? Yeah, it depends on the mass. I will tell you why. Take a small copper sphere and a big copper sphere. Copper sphere, I am saying. Small copper sphere and big copper sphere. Put in the furnace. Put both of them in a furnace. Put both of them in the furnace. Inject same quantity of heat. I will inject Q amount of heat here. I will inject Q amount of heat here. Heat energy is generally denoted with Q. I injected same amount of heat energy to both. Which will have more temperature? Can you tell me?
So can you repeat?
I have two copper spheres. One is smaller, one is large. Same amount of heat energy is injected into both. Which will be hotter?
Small one.
See, common sense told you that. That means you gave same amount of Q. What is Q? Heat energy. Does not mean they are of same temperature. It depends on the mass. I did not tell anything about the mass here. So, the smaller one will be hotter or the smaller one will have higher temperature. The smaller one will have higher temperature. Same amount of heat does not mean same temperature. Very important point. Similarly, same temperature does not mean both will contain same quantity of heat. So, now when I give A and B two bodies, if I give calories, you have to ask me the question, sir, which is having more temperature, you tell me. If I give the temperature, then you know that heat flows from higher temperature body towards lower temperature. So, in this example, heat flows from where to where?
Temperature.
B to A. Because higher heat content does not mean higher temperature.
Of hotness or coldness.
Masses are not given, it depends on the mass. Did all of you understand here? Small copper sphere, big copper sphere. I gave same amount of heat, but smaller one will have more temperature rise. Because you know the formula. Can anyone tell me the formula for heat absorbed or heat released?
MS delta T, sir.
MS delta T. Who is that boy? Sivaram. Very good. Q equal to, I will write MC delta T. C is called
Specific heat.
specific heat capacity. This is the formula. Q equal to MC delta T. Of course, in 10th standard, in the place of C you are writing S. S means specific heat capacity. But in your intermediate, that S is replaced with C. That's all. So, henceforth you should know that specific heat capacity is denoted by letter C, not S. Both are same actually. So what is mc delta t? M is the mass, c is the specific heat capacity, delta t is what?
Change in temperature, sir.
Yeah, change in temperature. If it is absorbing heat, delta T will be rise in temperature. If it is giving out heat, temperature will fall. Now listen, same amount of heat, this one I will clean this part. Same amount of heat, that means Q equal to mc delta T. Same amount of heat means this is a constant, left hand side is a constant. Both are copper spheres. Copper you take from a dustbin, copper you take from a factory, copper you take from your home. Specific heat capacity will not change. For one material, specific heat capacity remains a constant. Material to material, specific heat capacity will change. What is specific heat capacity? I will tell you. Listen, Q is constant, small copper sphere, big copper sphere, both are given same amount of heat. Masses are different, specific heat capacity is same. That means, what is the constant here? Q by C you take out, m delta T. This Q by C is a constant. Q is same for both, C is same for both. How do you know C is same for both?
Specific
How
heat
do
of copper is constant, sir.
Exactly. Exactly right. Both are same material. So m delta, if left hand side is a constant, right hand side should be constant. M delta T should be a
Yes, sir.
constant. So delta T inversely proportional. Mass will come down. Constant by mass. Constant by mass. If I remove that constant, proportionality. Equal sign converted to proportionality here. So the rise in temperature is inversely proportional to mass. The lesser mass will have more temperature rise. So small copper sphere will have more temperature rise or big copper sphere?
Small copper sphere, sir.
Yeah, small copper sphere will have more temperature rise. Okay, write some points. Heat is a form of energy. Heat is a form of energy. Measured in calories. Measured in calories. .2 joules is equal to 4.2 joules equal to 1 calorie. How many of you know this point? 4.2 joule of work if you do, it's 1 calorie. You know that, okay. Yeah, 1 calorie. The amount of heat absorbed or released. The amount of heat absorbed or released by a body, the amount of heat absorbed or released by a body is given by Q equal to mc delta T. Q equal to mc delta T. Write down this formula. When two bodies are in contact,
Lower temperature mode.
heat flows from
Higher temperature of the body.
yes, body of higher temperature to that of lower temperature. Heat flows from body of higher temperature to that of lower temperature. Now these points you write down what I have written, that example, small diagram and write down those. Okay, that's over. Yeah, example, if two copper spheres of different size are given same amount of heat, then the one with smaller mass will have more rise in temperature. The one with smaller mass will have more rise in temperature. Q equal to mc delta T. Q by C equal to m delta T. This is a constant. Therefore, m delta T is a constant. Delta T proportional to 1 by m. Write down the steps. Delta T proportional to 1 by m. Delta T proportional to 1 by m, that is rise in temperature or change in temperature is inversely proportional to mass. Smaller the mass, more the temperature rise. Okay. So when Q is constant, of course C is constant, same material, so m delta T should be constant, delta T proportional to 1 by m. So a smaller body will have more rise in temperature. So what is the important point? Same amount of heat does not mean same rise of temperature. Same rise of temperature does not mean same amount of heat. So for the heat to flow from one body to another, what is the criteria here? Temperature or heat content? For the heat to flow from one body to another, what is the main point you have to consider here? Temperature or heat content of the body? Yeah, Sivaram. Which decides the flow of heat? Is it the temperature or heat content of the body? Temperature, right, temperature. So if I don't give the temperature, you have to ask me, sir, which is having more temperature? That's important. Okay. This is conduction or convection or radiation. It is flowing from B to A. Is it conduction or convection or radiation? Both are in contact. Contact means what? What is the transfer of heat mode? Mode of transfer of heat.
Sir, I think thermal equilibrium, sir.
It will come to thermal equilibrium afterwards. But what is the mode? When bodies are in contact and if the heat flows, that is called conduction. So it comes under conduction. Convection means, here in conduction what happens is, material medium will not move from one place to another. Heat is transferred from one atom to another and gradually it goes on moving forward. In convection, the whole molecules will move in convection. Water will get heated by the process of conduction or convection. Water gets heated. If you take a pot of water and keep it on the gas stove, water will get heated by which process? Conduction, conduction or convection?
Conduction.
Convection. Conduction for metal to metal. When you take a metal spoon, now look, listen here. When you take a metal spoon, now listen. Take a metal rod, keep it in the flame. A, B. You hold it here. Very soon the heat travels through the rod like this. That's called conduction. Atoms in the rod will not get displaced. They are in their own places vibrating. Heat from heat energy get transferred from one particle to next, next particle to next, next particle to next, but the particles are not getting displaced. So in conduction, conduction is the mode of heat transfer where the particles don't move, but the heat energy moves. The metal rod gets heated by conduction. Heat travels, but the particles vibrate in their own places, but they don't get displaced. They vibrate in their own places by transferring heat energy. Did all of you understand? So conduction is the mode of heat transfer where the heat energy gets transferred from one point to another without actual displacement of the particles, but the particles keep vibrating in their own places. That is called conduction. Conduction is the process of heat transfer where the particles of the medium are not displaced. The particles of the medium are not displaced, but they vibrate in their own places.
Sir,
Yeah,
can you please tell the notes on this topic, sir?
yeah, that's what I am telling ma, slowly.
Sir, notes, sir.
Yeah, that
Sir?
I will give you. Yeah,
Sir, post means every video on every day you're posting in YouTube, sir.
yeah, it's there ma, it's there. Rambanam
Means
IIT
if I have
JEE
any-
means you will get the videos.
if I have any doubt, I'll see the videos, sir.
Yeah, sure,
That's
sure, no doubt, no doubt.
Sir, today's date also they will post on YouTube.
Yeah, sure, sure.
Okay, sir.
Yesterday's also they have posted already. You can see.
Okay, sir.
Now listen.
Post today's also, sir.
Today, yeah, they will do it. I am not going to do. Management will do. Now listen. When the heat get transferred from one point to another without the actual movement of the medium particles, but only the heat energy moves, that mode of heat transfer is called
Conduction.
conduction. This is called conduction. You can draw this small diagram. Conduction. Many students should be there. Some are getting up from the place. They have to take permission.
Sir, can you show previous slide?
This only. Now listen. The mode of heat transfer where there is no actual displacement of the particle, only the heat energy travels. That mode of heat transfer is called conduction. Okay? The mode of heat transfer in which there is no displacement of the medium particles is called conduction. So if you take a metal spoon, keep it in the flame, after some time you will leave it because your hand gets heated. You feel the sense because heat travels by conduction, not by convection. Here the medium particles, atoms are not moving. but atoms vibrate in their own places and transfer heat energy from one particle to another. That type of mode of heat transfer is called conduction. Right, right. Now can anyone tell me, Bhumaitri, tell me what is conduction? What is conduction? Yeah, Bhumaitri. Yeah, tell me. Sasikala, tell me.
Mode of heat transfer.
Yeah. Mode of heat transfer where the heat without any displacement of the what? Without any displacement of the atoms present in that body.
Atoms are
Vibrating in their own places. That's all, very good. But the medium particles don't get displaced. Such type of heat transfer is called conduction.
conduction.
Now, if I take a water in a vessel, water if you take and put a flame here, water will get heated by convection. That means
Molecules.
the medium particles actually move. The lower water will get heated here and they rise up, less density, the cooler water will come down. The top water is cool, that will come down, that will get heated and move up. Once the medium gets heated, the density of the medium will decrease. If the density decreases, that has to go up or down?
Up.
Up. So, the hot water will go up, the cool water will come down, again get heated, it will go up. Throughout the whole water will get heated. So, the water will get heated by the process of
Convection.
convection, not conduction. Water is a bad conductor, but good convector. By actual movement of the molecules, the matter gets heated. That matter here is water. Water gets heated by actual movement of the molecules, but water is a bad conductor. Heat will not travel from one point to another in water. How do you know water is a bad conductor? Metal spoon is a good conductor or bad conductor? Metal?
Good conductor.
Good conductor. Whereas water is a bad conductor. I will tell you how. Now you take a test tube, fill it with water, right? It's a cool water, and you take a piece of ice and drop it inside with a mesh, and here this water you heat it. Now listen carefully. I took a test tube filled with ice water 0 degree you say, take a piece of ice, drop it inside. Will it go inside or it will float?
Float.
Will it go inside or it will float?
Float.
Float.
Float. Then what I should do? Take a iron mesh, tie it with the iron piece, then drop it. Then it will go inside or not?
It will go in.
It will go in because you are tied up with the iron mesh. Now it's a cold water actually. I am not heating at the bottom. If you heat at the bottom, it will become hot, it will rise up, cold water will come down, it will get heated, rise up, complete water gets heated up. But I am not heating at the bottom, I am heating it at the top. This water molecules, the water molecules here will receive the heat, and those molecules will try to go up or come down. The molecules which got
Go up.
heated will try to go up or come down. It will go up. So it will go up to the surface, it cannot come down. So only the top water will be hot. Top water will be hot, and that heat, this ice piece remains as it is. That ice piece remains as it is. That will not melt. This shows that water is a bad
Conductor.
conductor. This is the experiment. Anyone learnt this experiment in lower class? Tell me.
No, sir.
No. So I am not heating at the bottom, I am heating at the top. These molecules will get heated, receive the heat. That heat cannot get transferred here. So ice piece remains there as it is. So this shows that water is a bad conductor. If I heat it at the bottom, what would happen?
Ice will melt.
Ice will
Melt, and the whole water will become hot.
Hot.
Did you understand? So water is a bad
sir.
conductor, but it gets heated by convection. So what is the process of convection? It is a mode of heat transfer where there is actual movement of the medium particles. Again I am repeating, it is a mode of heat transfer where there is actual movement of the medium particles. Again write down that. Convection is the process by which the matter gets heated, by actual movement of the particles. Convection is the process in which matter gets heated by actual movement of the particles. When I say particles, molecules of water here. In this case, it is a molecule of water. So what will happen when you take water and put on a stove? What will happen to the water at the bottom? Gets heated, that will go up, cooler water will come down, that gets heated and moves up, and so on. Did all of you understand what I said?
Sir.
Yeah, very good. Now the last one is there. What is that? Radiation. Very important part. So you know what is conduction now. Conduction is the process of heat transfer where medium particles do not move from their places. Convection is the process of heat transfer where medium particles actually displace actual movement in particles. Very good. Now lastly we have radiation. See, not only water, previous case, air also gets heated by convection. Do you know? Air also gets heated by
Yes,
convection.
sir.
Because if you take earth from the sun, earth gets heated and the air surrounding the earth will get heated, hot air will rise up, cooler air will come down. Convectional rainfall, in geography you learnt. Cyclonic rainfall, convectional rainfall. relief rainfall. How many remember that in geography? Types of rainfall. Convectional rainfall, relief rainfall. How many remember that? Anyone remember? Yeah. Now listen. So air gets heated by process of convection. Water gets heated by process of convection. Now we are coming to the next part, that is the radiation. What is radiation? It is the process of heat transfer where medium is not required. Write down. Radiation is the process of heat transfer in which medium is not required.
It is an electric
In-
energy.
In which, first write down, process of heat transfer in which medium is not required. That means it can travel in vacuum also. It can travel in vacuum. This is the only, first listen, when I ask you, Dharmesh, mute. When I ask you, you reply. So, earth gets heated by sun by the process of radiation. When you take a candle flame, put your hand at the side, you get the heat from the candle flame. That is by the process of radiation.
Yes, sir.
Even if you don't have air
But
surrounding,
sir, there is a medium, sir.
medium is there,
There is
air,
a
correct.
medium.
Suppose medium is not there. For example, I will tell you, hot
Convection.
copper ball you take. Hot copper ball. Hot copper ball. Keep it in a enclosure. Keep it in an enclosure. It's a vacuum. Vacuum. Keep your hand close to the hot copper ball. Keep your hand. You will feel the heat or not?
Yes.
You will feel. Even if it's vacuum, you can feel the heat. They are electromagnetic radiation. This is a special case. In the modes of heat transfer, this is a special case where medium is not required. They are electromagnetic waves. So, radiation are nothing but heat wave, heat waves, that is electromagnetic wave. Now, when you put your hand close to the copper ball, you can feel the heat. You keep it up, you can feel the heat. You keep it at the side, you can feel the heat. You keep your hand at the bottom, you can feel the heat. That means that is radiation travels in vacuum also. So, what is radiation? It is a mode of heat transfer where medium is not required, and radiation is nothing but heat waves. They are electromagnetic radiation and they come under infrared region. Which region? You have VIBGYOR, VIBGYOR. YOR. If you go back here, infrared, this all comes under heat radiation. If you go to the infrared region, that is nothing but heat radiation. So, what is heat radiation? They are nothing but infrared waves. Infrared waves cause heating effect. When you go out and stand in the sun means not into the sun, outside I mean. When you go out and stand outside, you feel warm due to the sunlight. That is the indication to show that sun is emitting infrared waves. Infrared waves are nothing but heat wave. Heat waves only come under this radiation. Third mode of heat transfer. Can you tell me why it is special? It doesn't
require any medium for the transfer of heat.
Yeah, it travels from one point to another without requirement of medium. These are waves. These are electromagnetic waves which come under which region? Infrared region. Can you tell me the speed of this radiation? Speed. Anyone? Any electromagnetic radiation will have one speed only. Can anyone tell me? Whether it's violet or indigo or blue or yellow or orange or infrared or ultraviolet or X-rays or gamma
Infrared
rays,
region.
all will have one speed only. What is that?
Convection.
Can anyone tell me that speed? One boy told me just now that value. Speed of light, that's all. So, all these will have velocity of 3 into 10 power 8 meters per second. So, radiation is the mode of heat transfer where material medium is not required. They travel with the speed of light 3 into 10 power 8 meter per second. They fall under which region? Infrared region. So, infrared waves are nothing but heat waves. They cause heating effect. One example to show that sun emits infrared. When you go out into the sunlight, you feel warm. When you stand close to a stove, you feel the warmth. That is nothing but infrared waves are coming out. In the three modes, this is very special. Again, I am recapitulating. First mode, transfer of heat from one point to another without actual movement of the medium particles is called conduction. Example, metal when heated. When you put the metal one end in the flame, heat travels to the other end. That is conduction. Two bodies, you keep it in contact. Heat travels from one body to another body. Heat travels from a body of higher temperature to body of lower temperature. Very good, correct.
Conduction.
Convection,
Decrease.
the mode of heat transfer by which there is actual displacement of the medium particle. So, water gets heated by convection, not convention, convection. Yeah, not convention, meaning will differ. So, convection, okay, water gets heated by convection, air gets heated by convection. Third case, third mode of heat transfer, radiation, it is very special. Without any medium, heat travels from one point to another and it travels with the speed of light 3 into 10 power 8 meter per second. And in the electromagnetic spectrum, which region comes under heat radiation? Infrared. Write down that point.
Without any
So,
medium.
heat radiation travel with 3 into 10 power 8 meter per second, travel with 3 into 10 power 8 meter per second, does not require a medium, they come in the region of infrared
Infrared
waves.
region.
They come in the region of infrared waves, IR waves. IR waves. Now listen, conduction, convection are easy process. Radiation is something little very carefully you should know. You take a hot copper sphere, okay. For example, I will tell you, Prevost, there is a scientist called Prevost. He told that every body, including this pen, absorbs heat radiation as well as emits heat radiation. I am not talking about conduction, convection.
Yes, sir.
Conduction, convection are easy process. Radiation is little bit, you should be careful. Any body absorbs the heat radiation, IR waves. Whenever I say heat radiation, immediately it should come in your mind, that is infrared waves. So every body absorbs as well as emits.
Sir, repeat once again.
If I take the pen drive, it absorbs, emits. If I take the pen, it absorbs heat radiation and emits heat radiation. If I drill a hole in the pen and put a thermometer, if I drill a hole in the pen and put a thermometer, suppose thermometer recorded 27 degrees centigrade, not changing. That means rate of absorption of heat radiation is equal to rate of emission of heat radiation.
Change.
How much heat radiation it absorbed per second, so much it emits per second. In that case, will the temperature rise? Suppose X amount it absorbed per second, X amount it released per second. Will the temperature rise? Rate of absorption equal to rate of emission. How can the temperature change? How much it absorbs, it is emitting so much per second.
Sir, for everybody, will it be the same, sir?
Provided temperature does not change. This pen temperature is not changing. Now, common layman, if anyone goes on the road, if you ask, is this pen absorbing heat radiation? He will say no, temperature is not changing, no, it is not absorbing. But the physics person will know, yes, it is absorbing. Rate of absorption and rate of emission are equal. So, temperature is not changing.
Changing.
If the rate of absorption is more than rate of emission, temperature
Will
of this
be
pen
more.
will increase. So, as the temperature of the body increases, you know that rate of absorption of heat radiation, I am talking about radiation only. Rate of absorption of heat radiation is more than rate of emission. In such case, temperature of the body will
Increase.
increase. If the rate of absorption is less than rate of emission, that means what I mean is, first case what I said, rate of absorption and rate of emission are equal, temperature will not change. Rate of absorption more than rate of emission, temperature will increase. If the rate of absorption is less than rate of emission,
Temperature will decrease.
decrease. That's all. That is what Prevost told, and that is correct for radiation, not for conduction or convection.
Is equal to.
Radiation means immediately you should know that it is electromagnetic
Infrared.
wave, infrared waves. Is the sun emitting infrared waves?
Yes, sir.
How do you know? How do you know?
Because the earth get heated by the infrared.
No, why all that? If you stand outside,
We'll
if you stand
feel
outside,
hot.
you feel warm. So sun is emitting infrared waves. So once again, if the rate of absorption equal to rate of emission, temperature of the body will not
Change.
change. If the rate of absorption is more than rate of emission,
It will
temperature will
increase.
increase. Vice versa, temperature will decrease. Write down. According to Prevost theory of heat exchange, according to Prevost, Prevost, Prevost theory of heat exchange, if the rate of absorption of heat radiation, if the rate of absorption of heat radiation is equal to rate of emission, is equal to rate of emission, then temperature remains constant, then temperature remains constant. Yeah, if the rate of absorption, if the rate of absorption of heat radiation is equal to rate of emission, is equal to rate of emission, temperature remains constant. Next point, if the rate of absorption is more than rate of emission, you have to write faster. If the rate of absorption is more than rate of emission, temperature increases, temperature increases, and vice versa, and vice versa. Okay, now today we have seen the three modes. What are the three modes? Conduction, convection,
Convection,
radiation.
radiation.
Radiation is nothing but electromagnetic wave coming into the infrared region. It will travel with 3 into 10 power 8 meter per second. It does not require a medium. According to this scientist, every body will absorb and emit. Is this board absorbing and emitting? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Rate of absorption of radiation and rate of emission are equal. Then temperature of the body does not change.
Change.
In this room, all the articles will have room temperature. You know, room temperature means generally you take 27 degrees centigrade. Yes or no? In chemistry also you know, room temperature means you take approximately 27 degrees centigrade. So what is the temperature of this pen? Say 27. Temperature of the desk 27. Temperature of the board 27. Temperature of the wall 27. Temperature of our body not 27, 37.
Nine.
We are living being, our body temperature is different. Except our body, all the articles in the room will have room temperature. All the articles in the room will have room temperature. Regarding this more details tomorrow we will see. Very interesting points will be there. When I ask you about 2-3 questions, you will tell different answers, but I will give a explanation for that. Today write the exam properly and think carefully and write. Don't waste time more in one question. If you don't know that answer, jump to the next one and do it. And remember, I saw so many students in the beginning, some are in the places, some are not in their places. The students who are answering, they are doing it. Tomorrow if I don't see all the students who were present, it's not required that management should tell you that you should sit in your class. Management need not tell. You have to stay in your classes. They should not keep forcing you. Like now I am telling some students are not there, some of them are there, some of them are getting from the place. For them I am telling, not for the students who are very good and always attentive. For them I am talking. The students whom I see in the beginning should retain those who have come. You should not get tired for 1 or 2 classes. Afterwards you have to study more. And management need not check that you are there or not, again calling you and telling, come on, attend the class. All that they need not tell. Automatically you should be there. If management is forcing you, you are staying in that If they don't ask you, some are not attentive. We are all the way coming from home to this digital classroom to teach, especially during this time. So, all should be attentive, all should be present, and if anyone requires permission, you can take the permission and go. Write the test properly. God bless you.